Okay, hello good people. Today I'm going to do a quick comparison, a little side by side with PeatSorb, and we'll just call this other product the Other Guys. I'm going to start off right here. I'm going outside. I'm going to get a little diesel out of the tank, put a little diesel down, and I'm at the boat now. I'm going to pick up a little bit of this gas oil mix and mix that in with the diesel. If you will look here on the two bags to the left hand side, as you see me picking up, this is the Other Guys product. Same amount put in the sandwich bag, the same amount I put in the funnel. Their product is a 9.2 ounces, the same amount of product of the PeatSorb. It weighs in at only 3.7 ounces. And the reason I'm doing this with the scale and numbers, you cannot lie. No matter who does this test, when you're using numbers, you cannot lie with numbers. And now I'm putting down a little ounce of oil mix, just regular engine oil, putting an ounce of that down. Now you see me pouring down an ounce of the gas oil engine mix. I'm just going to show you that this stuff really works good. And over here on the last shot glass is an ounce of pink. I'm not sure of the name brand, but it does the same thing on any pink. Now I'm grabbing the bag of PeatSorb, gonna lightly dust it out. It's no rocket science, it's no hard work, just lightly dust across the top, the surface. Also, PeatSorb absorbs that purple primer that the plumbers use. It's so many things, there's so many doors, antifreeze, anything you want to put down or spill. It's one of the best hydrocarbons absorbent I've ever seen. And like I said, I'm just shaking the bag. Both bags were equal with the same amount put into a funnel, filled to the top, and then put in a sandwich size Ziploc bag. So this is not a lot. And just in case you were wondering what size bag that was, as you can see, it's no elbow grease being forward here. It's just simple dusting it around. And look at there, it's already got that oil gas diesel mix up. You can see it's already gone. Now look at the pink, just swept it right away. Who knows? Who has anything that can clean up pink like that? That easy. And it's a dry surface below. That's the thing. I'm not pushing down into the broom. I did just now because I was pushing myself up. But I wasn't sweeping when I was doing that. And as you can see, I'm just lightly dusting around, and all that oil, that gas oil diesel mix is up. And I'm going to show you in just a minute that floor is absolutely complete dry. It's not a slick surface. A lot of products will clean up oil off surfaces like floors and things like that, but the spill is gone, but the slip and fall hazard is still there. See that? My hands are completely dry. Look, you don't see anything on those fingers. Now I'm going to the Other Guys. I'm going to see what their product is going to do. I'm putting down the same amount of product. I'm putting down an ounce of that straight engine oil. I'm pouring out another ounce of that engine oil gas diesel mix. Gonna pour it down. And next I will be over to the old pink. Like I said, I've seen a lot of products do a lot of good jobs, but not pick up pink. I've never seen anything before this. Now I'm gonna grab the Other Guys product and I'm gonna throw it down on top of it. And at first it had me fooled. At first I was, oh well, this is not that bad. It's a pretty good product. I sprinkled it out, you know, the same as I did, just slightly dusting it out on the cup, on the top. Like I said, it's the same amount. It's the same measured amount, but the weight difference, like I said, is 9.2 ounces for that little bag. It's 3.7 ounces of the PeatSorb. So you can imagine when you get into the bigger bags, like a 50-pound bag size, the difference in the weight carrying that heavy bag of this product that doesn't even work as good versus the light bag of PeatSorb, which works 10 times better. As you can see, I was lightly dusting it around, and at first I was thinking, oh, it's working pretty good. And then I realized, no, it was just caping up. Look at this mess it was making with the pink. It was just like if I was mixing mud. It was caped up on my brush. It was just caping up. It was just a nasty mess. And so I went back to the oil gas end. I go back and try to get that up. And then I realized it wasn't really even cleaning that up. The only thing it was doing was caping it up, making the clunks on the bottom of the floor. It was just like if you had a litter box for an animal. You know, it was just caping up on the floor, clunking up like that. And the good thing about the PeatSorb The PeatSorb is ready to be used again. You know, you can just put it in a pail, put it in a bucket somewhere, put it to the side, because it absorbs 10 times its body weight. So you can keep using it. This here, once it's wet, it's done. You have to throw it away, and I don't know where you can throw it, but the PeatSorb is thrown away, safe to be buried into the landfills and everywhere else, because it's a natural product and it locks the hydrocarbons in and does not release them. As you can see, I'm still scraping with this, trying to get that paint up, trying to get that oil gas mixed up. It's nothing at all that this product is doing for it. It's just caping up, it's sticking to the floor, it's matting down. So eventually, before it completely dried on me, I had to push it out of the way and go back in with the PeatSorb, the reused PeatSorb that you see on the floor right there, and get that oil paint up. You see the mess it was making where it's caping down, sticking to the floor? That was the thing. I was trying to get it up before it completely dried and stuck to the floor, and I couldn't get it up at all. But I swept, I tried, and you see it clunked up in my fingers. Once it clunks up, it's no good to anybody anymore. You can't do nothing with it but throw it away. And as you can see, going over it again and again and again, that is still sticking to the floor. It's still sticking to the floor. It's not even want to break loose. And I'm putting some elbow grease in it now. You can see those bristles are going in hard. And it's slowly breaking it loose, but it's just clunked up still. That's nothing that you can reuse. The paint was drying on me, so as you can see, I had to pour the PeatSorb over to save the day and get it up before it completely dried on me, and put a mess in my garage floor before my wife divorced me. But the PeatSorb works really good. It is one of the best hydrocarbons absorbers I have ever seen or used. And I'm not just saying that because I'm involved with it. If you want to know the truth, that is the reason I'm involved with it, because it does a very good job. I've seen it on all different surfaces. It have excelled in every situation. And so I'm just trying to put this out there for anybody that needs a real good absorbent. PeatSorb is the way to go. And as you can see, I'm still shifting around, but the PeatSorb came in. It's getting up the stuff that the other guy's product wouldn't. And so I'm getting ready to close out here because everything is pretty much done now. If you're looking for a good product, PeatSorb is the way to go. As you can see, that pile right there is just clunks, rocks now. It has to be thrown away. The PeatSorb is over there ready to be used again to absorb some more hydrocarbons. Until it's completely saturated, then it's time to throw it away. But until that, you can reuse it, you can save it, just throw it in a pail. It's one of the best products I've ever seen. And just contact me by www.PeatSorb.com and contact the owner, Lynn Hurdman. I'm going to attach all of her information to the bottom of the description box. So if you're interested in purchasing some, all you have to do is hit the website and hit her up.